awesome people. Don't mind me. I'm eating this pickle that's left over from the pickles that I've prepped for this sandwich topping. I love pickles. I drink pickle juice. I get this big jar for like $6.99. It's a humongous jar when you could pay like $3.99 for like this little itty bitty jar. So what I do is I just cut them into spears, and then I put them in like the regular pickle jar that I reserve, because you guys know I'm weird. I keep all my jars because I need them. So every time it's running low, I fill it, like I cut them into spears, I fill it up, add the pickle juice, and I love them. I'm sorry. I can't. If there's pickles around me, I have to eat them. So, I'm gonna make like a pulled pork or pulled chicken sandwich with no buns. We're using portobello mushroom caps for the buns. But for our topping, I've already sliced some red onion, some plum tomatoes, roughly chopped up some spinach, and you could use arugula, any spring mix, romaine lettuce. I use anything but iceberg lettuce, because iceberg lettuce is like literally, it's like water. It has really no nutritional value. And then I took a pickle and just did a few slices. And then what I had left of the pickle, I'm eating. And then I cut up 2 spears just to put on the side of our sandwich once it's ready. So in a previous video, I did a mushroom hack, and I showed you guys a whole bunch of different mushrooms and different ways to utilize them. So I'm actually gonna bring you guys down here so you have a better view. All right. So if you haven't watched the mushroom hack and you need a better idea, this right here is a king oyster mushroom. And I shredded away at it a little bit for the video. But all you do is you just take a fork and you just literally just get that fork in there and just pull the pieces off. Now for this recipe, I'm looking for wider, like thicker pieces, because you want it to replicate like chicken or pork or whatever. So I'm just gonna keep going at it. If you get to a part that's like stubborn, you can just start just kind of pulling it apart. So I'm gonna turn this around and I'm gonna do the other side. And then when you get to pieces like this, I mean, you could pull them apart, you could snap them in half, but I mean, it literally looks, it really does look like shreds of like chicken, if you were to pull chicken off to do like a pulled chicken sandwich. So I'm going to attack the rest of this, and then just to refresh your memory in case you've seen the video and maybe don't remember, or you didn't watch the video, which you should anyway, because there's a bunch of other mushrooms that I touch on there. We're gonna move on to the portobello mushroom caps. All right, guys, so I tried to adjust the lighting a little bit. I turned one light off and then turned another one on, and it just, I don't know, it just, I'm working on it. I'm working on getting a new phone or getting a camera or something, but bear with me. As long as you guys like the recipes, I think we're in there though right now. So this is what I achieved from pulling all of my king oyster mushrooms. And honestly, I wouldn't recommend doing this. Don't try to substitute this with another mushroom because it doesn't shred the same way. I mean, you could try it with like blue oyster mushrooms or something, but the king oyster mushrooms are absolutely the best. You can generally find them in Asian markets. So I'm just going to do this with one of these mushroom caps, just in case you didn't get the mushroom hack. So with portobello mushrooms, they are the one mushroom specifically that you want to get all this bark off of. So I'm gonna continue to take this bark off. You just want to get all these like dark brown parts. Don't go too much into the mushroom. Like you still want some of that in your super low carb bun. So I use a butter knife, which I think is best. And like I said, feel free to view that video. It's 5 mushroom hacks, and then it just teaches you about a few mushrooms maybe you've never heard of, or maybe a mushroom that you've used and didn't realize the versatility in that particular mushroom. So I'm gonna finish up with this one. We're gonna do two. We're gonna do like a pulled pork or pulled chicken, like barbecue burger or barbecue sandwich, and we're using these for the buns. So I'm gonna do the other ones, and we're gonna have enough for 2. And then we're gonna move on to completing our burger or sandwich, whatever it is you wanna call it. All right, guys, so we've moved on to, like I showed you already, this is our pulled chicken, pulled pork, whatever it is that you want to call it. And what I'm going to be using, I'm just heating my pan up a little bit. I'm going to add some grapeseed oil to it. This is a barbecue sauce that I got from a friend of mine, Keisha, who I wanted to shout her out. I know her Instagram is like Miss Sloby. It's MS.SLOBEO, I believe. I was trying to get her Instagram, but she's not answering my messages, so I wanted to promote her. You know, her and her husband do meals. They do, I mean, they don't do anything vegan. So their barbecue sauce is vegan though. So, you know, even if, you know, you're not going to go to one of their fish fries or anything like that. I was just trying to get her name out there, but Keisha doesn't want to pick up her phone. All right, so we got our pan going. Just going to throw these in here. And this recipe is really easy. I feel like I'm trying to do a nice mix of some longer recipes, things that are a little more time consuming, and then trying to incorporate a bunch of really quick and easy ones, because I think that people are more likely to make things if they know it's only going to take them 10 minutes. So the mushrooms really only took me tops 2 minutes to shred them, and then to remove the bark off of the portobello mushroom caps. But I mean, if you feel like you're going to be doing stuff with these mushrooms often, you can either, you know, buy a few packages of the king oyster mushrooms and, you know, shred them all, put them in a Ziploc bag. I wouldn't suggest freezing them. I've never done it. I wouldn't do it just because of the moisture content in mushrooms. And I would shred enough and put them in a Ziploc bag in the fridge that you know you're going to use within like the next week, I guess, or a few days. So we're just gonna get like a brown on this. And then after that, honestly, all we're gonna do is add our barbecue sauce. And you can make your own barbecue sauce. You can buy, you know, any kind of barbecue sauce that you already have on hand, whatever your preference is. So we're just gonna get this brown. I'm gonna stir it around for like another 2 minutes on medium heat. And then I'm gonna add my barbecue sauce and mix it up. And then we're gonna get our sandwiches ready, and then I'm gonna show you how to complete the sandwich. So I've had the mushrooms sauteing. I turned them down a little bit because they were bubbling too much. I didn't want the sauce to burn, but they're pretty much almost there. And then I'm gonna get my grill, my stovetop grill ready, because then we're going to put the sandwich together. Just want to let you see what's going on so far. That is our pulled our faux pulled chicken. I would say it replicates chicken more than pulled pork. Okay guys, time to build our sandwich. Now this is entirely up to you. Everyone does their sandwiches differently. I've honestly never been a barbecue sauce fan, like really ever. I would only eat it on ribs, and I don't eat ribs anymore. So I'm gonna start it with some mayo. This is the, well, I mean, doesn't matter if you see the label at all. Try to get the right lighting. Focus, focus, focus. No, it's not gonna focus. I'm sorry. So we're gonna throw some of the vegan alkaline mayo that I have. I actually made another video for it tonight because I knew I was gonna be using it. I've had this pan, my little stovetop grill, heating up, and it's getting really hot right now, so I'm just gonna turn it off for a few minutes. But I had this video up and it was actually muted because there was music playing in the background, and I honestly was not aware that, you know, I have to say I don't own the rights to this music, which was fine, you know. So I redid the video tonight and then I went to go delete the initial video that I made, and I realized that it wasn't muted anymore. So I just have both of those videos up there right now because I refuse to waste any of my time. So you can watch either one of those videos. I mean, they both pretty much, I would view the most recent one because I think I tweaked it a tiny bit. But I mean, they both come out extremely, no, the first one I did a much larger batch. So I did like a teaspoon of seasonings versus the smaller batch that I made tonight, just so that I can show you guys, because I didn't want to put this video up and say, hey guys, this is my, you know, vegan alkaline mayo. And you don't have to use this much. I'm super, super crazy with it because I love mayo. But you can put as much as you want. You don't even have to put it on, you know, on the top and the bottom if you don't care to. I just do. So we're next going to take our faux pulled chicken, pulled barbecue chicken, and we're going to add it to our bottoms. And I think I'm going to be a little stingy because I truly thought that there was enough for 2 of these. So I'm just going to spread them out. So they're not going to be super full like I would kind of like them to be. But that's okay. I'm eating one of these and probably going to end up giving my half to someone anyway, because they're a garbage disposal, right? That's it? Just a laugh? Okay. He knows he's a garbage disposal. So then we're going to layer our toppings. So I like to keep the tomatoes as far away. Well, actually, no, because we're not doing like a bun. When I'm doing a bun, I like to keep the tomatoes like right, like centered, because otherwise if they're too close to the bun and you don't, especially if you don't eat it right away, or you eat half of it and then you want the other half like some other time, it makes the bun soggy. So then I'm going to add some roughly chopped spinach. So this is like super, super, super low carb. Like it doesn't get more low carb than this really in terms of sandwiches, because it's pretty much entirely constructed out of mushrooms. You have a mushroom filling and you have a mushroom bun. And then I like to add, you know, not just the crisp from the onions, but some pickle slices too. So I've reserved these pickles for just a side for the sandwich when they're done. So then I'm gonna turn this back on because it was already pretty high. Like it was already pretty, it was pretty hot because I turned it on and I had it on for a while. So we're just gonna even the flames out. Get that going. And then you put any kind of oil in here you want. So I do grapeseed oil or avocado oil when I'm cooking. Because olive oil does not really handle that well in terms of withstanding heat, high heats, or heats for a significant amount of time. So just to keep these held together, because we are going to be flipping them, I'm going to be adding 4 toothpicks. So you make sure that they go all the way through to the bottom, and then you're just kind of going to have to dig them out when you're done. So we're going to throw, okay, I'm hearing like a little bit of a tss. So we're going to throw them on here. I have it on between low and medium heat, like just under medium heat. I'm gonna actually turn it up a little bit more on both sides. And then I'm gonna grill these. I just turned it up to medium heat. So I'm gonna grill these for, I'd say about 4 minutes. If that changes at all, I'll let you know when we come back, and then we're gonna flip them. And when that other side is done, we're gonna be ready to cut them down the middle and eat our sandwiches. Okay, so this is something that I've literally never done before, so I'm happy that you're experimenting with me. You're here for this experiment. So what I did was I flipped them already, and I noticed that if you use a slotted spatula, you can actually press it down, not too much because you don't want everything oozing out of the sides, but you just want to press down on the slots where the toothpicks are, so that way they're not, you know, that they're not protruding out of the bottom and they're compromising the level of heat that's reaching the entire surface. So this is oozing a little bit. That's only because of the mayo, because I'm greedy. I'm super fat by nature. So I'm gonna let this grill for about 2 minutes. And I mean, this side feels completely done. So then we're just gonna lie this down. And yeah, that's super hot. Super, super hot. Let's turn this off. I feel like there's a little toothpick sticking out the bottom, so it wasn't letting me pick it up. So we're just going to, if you're watching, we're just going to mash it down where I see the toothpick. I see 1 toothpick, 2 toothpicks, 3 toothpicks. I just need that other toothpick to come out so I can see where it is. Okay, so I had a super level of frustration because I said, you know what? I'm not gonna get embarrassed by this little ass toothpick that chose to disappear on me. I was so mad. I vented, I waited for these to cool down enough to cut them. And I was so mad over this toothpick because there's still like a case of the missing toothpick. And I started messing with the sandwich, and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna compromise the sandwich by pressing into it and trying to dig for this toothpick, but I was still pissed. And then I started eating like around it because there was like little pieces of like the pulled faux chicken that fell out. I'm in love with this. This is the first time I've made this. This is delicious. I cannot wait to eat this sandwich. I just keep on, so I still have these toothpicks in here. We're gonna find the missing one. At least it's not like I work in a restaurant and I know that I've made a sandwich and it's about to go out to a customer at a table or something, and I'm like, God damn, I can't find the toothpick. Like, I can't send this out there because I still don't know where the toothpick is. So I've cut them down the middle. I'm now going to remove my toothpicks and, ooh, piece of onion. Everything about this, there's some spiciness, there's some tanginess, there is some softness, some juiciness, a nice amount of crunch. Like, so good. Oh my God. This, I'm not gonna lie, I think that since I've been making these videos, this is a favorite thing so far. And I didn't even think, I was like, oh, it's gonna be super simple, super easy. And I honestly wasn't even that excited about it, to be completely honest. I was like, I'm just gonna make like a little spin on something. But this is, oh, I found the toothpick. Ha, got it. So this is absolutely my favorite thing that I have made so far on my channel. So super 100% totally honest. Like, oh my God, I could not stop eating around this. So I plated it for two, and then I'm just gonna throw my pickles on there on the side. And this is amazing, stupid amazing. Before I take a bite, I'm going to take a picture because honestly, if anyone knows how to do thumbnails, can you shut up? I'm filming, thank you. Sorry, people in my house don't listen when I'm filming and they keep continuing on with their own lives. So this is amazing. I'm going to take a bite. I'm going to take a picture first because like I said, my thumbnails, I'm really trying to get my pictures a little more enticing so that people see them on YouTube and they're like, oh my God, this is great. But I need help with that because I know how to cook. I don't know YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I don't know how to do any of that. That's just not my thing. But I need to make it my thing now. So it's something new that I'm learning. So I will be back so I can taste this in front of everybody. Just need to get my picture first. Thanks for waiting for the results. I took my picture and so that I could have a thumbnail until someone wants to tell me a better way to create better thumbnails. Like I said, long as you like the food. So in the meantime, I took the picture, but then I transferred my cutting board over to like the kitchen area. And I mean, I'm so impressed by this and I'm so happy with this right here. It's so good. I was like scraping the stuff that oozed out of this as I was cutting it off of the cutting board and like shoving it in my mouth. Like, so good, so good. I really hope you guys enjoy this. Super low carb, super low carb. Oh, there you go. So it's mushroom filling, mushroom bun, and just some veggies to add some crispness to it. And so now I'm going to take my first bite of the actual sandwich. And it's a little messy because you saw how much mayo I put on this. And I don't care about messy. But here I go. Oh my God. Look. I normally edit as soon as I'm done filming. I can wait. I feel like as I'm posting more videos, more people that watch me, it's like getting to know someone. Like, most people wouldn't eat like this on a first date. I would. I don't care. I don't want you to be surprised a few months later, like, well, she was all dainty. No, not at all. But we've been on enough dates. I got enough videos up, and if you've been watching, then you need to get to know the real me. This is on the money. On the money. So good. If you don't care about messy, I had to wash my apron anyway. It's okay. If you don't mind messy, you do just as much mayo as I did. And please enjoy. I'm going to shut up and tell you all that stuff you already know. Like, subscribe, share, turn your notifications on, and I got to go. I have to go eat this right now. Bye, guys.